And you do it by creating discipline and doing it over and over and over again. Lay down, lay down, lay down. Keep all of our family and friends in your prayers. And one out of 10. So one out of 10. First, remember, everything's got to start. Most people, they start their day the morning of. However, I have learned in my journey of entrepreneurship is that I start my day the night before. What do you mean by that, Sean? Hence the evening routine. So today I'm going to take you through my evening routine, which starts from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. And this allows me to set myself up for success the next day. And so the reason I do this is because I want to make sure I remove all obstacles, remove all barriers from what tomorrow can look like. If I don't have a forward thinking, backwards planning and understand what my day is going to look like tomorrow to a certain degree and prepare for that, then I'm just going to be waking up the next morning and reacting to the day, reacting to the universe, reacting to other people's agenda. So for me, going through and setting my evening routine, it allows me to prepare for tomorrow. And that is the reason why I have an evening routine, so I can make sure I not only prepare for tomorrow, but also get a good night's sleep. So stay along for the journey because we're about to dive into the evening routine. And I love the air fryer because what I've learned, because I used to do the skillet, I've cooked on a grill, I've done the oven, and I have found the air fryer keeps it so juicy. And it's easy to clean. And so I'm like very big on low barrier of entry. If I know it's gonna be a pain in the butt, if I'm cooking it on a skillet and grease is going everywhere, I'm cooking on the grill, I gotta clean up afterwards, I'm typically not going to end up cooking that meal, or I'm not gonna cook it all, we'll just go out to eat. So I found this to be a low barrier of entry, and literally it took me 2 minutes to put all this chicken in here, season it, and now I'm just about to hit play, and then kick back and relax. To me, that's a low barrier of entry. You would think I would have this memorized, right? Okay, so what typically I'll do is I'll come in here for 5 to 8 minutes and I'll just brainstorm, I'll just think, it's silent, and I'll usually have the light off, and I'll be thinking about tomorrow and what the 2 or 3 big priorities that I want to get taken care of tomorrow. This just allows me to start thinking about tomorrow, and then so forward thinking and then backwards planning. And the goal is to write it down in my journal on what I want to get accomplished, so I don't have to think about it at nighttime. A lot of times in the past, what I struggled with is because I didn't get it out on a journal and I didn't write it down, what would I end up doing? I would end up thinking about it when I went to sleep. And when we go to sleep, my ideas will start popping up in my head, or I'll wake up in the middle of the night, and this allows me to just kind of idea dump on my journal and get everything out here. Okay, I got the mastermind group 74, and I got highs, lows, gratitude. I'll literally write out my highs, lows, gratitude. We got content, we got working out in the morning, just review my core values, look at my goals, 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. Oh, make sure you like and comment, or make sure you subscribe. We're trying to get 1,000 YouTube subscribers, so if you like and this has provided value to you, make sure you subscribe. Okay, back to the show. So yeah, just kind of reviewing everything. And then a lot of times what I'll find is that I'm like, you know what? Oh, this just popped in my mind, and I'll write it down. So I can get it all in here. That's it. Okay, Trip, let's get the broccoli. We like saying productive, don't we, buddy? And typically, just gives a little. Sometimes I'll feed him a little snack, right, buddy? Steam. Broccoli. Greens, vegetables. We're killing 3 birds in 1 stone. So now I'm gonna go turn the sauna on, so in about 45 minutes, it'll be ready, so let's go heat it up. So this is the power, I'm gonna power it on. This is the infrared sauna. So typically I can reserve it for a time to go off, but a lot of times I'll manually do it. We're going to set it at 60 minutes, so it takes about 45 minutes to heat up to about 140, which is about a perfect temperature. And once I get in there, I'll be in there for about 30 minutes. And this is just, man, when you get in here, it sweats out all of the inflammation and all the toxins. And I typically get in here without a phone or any kind of technology. So this is typically about 60 to 90 minutes right before I go to bed. So let's let that heat up. We're getting so much done. We should call this the evening routine that's productive. We're getting dinner, we're getting journaling, we're getting what we're gonna get taken care of tomorrow, we're getting sauna trip. And is find out an evening routine that works for you, right? Just because you're watching this and just because you may be able to filter this in your own life, but start small, right? And one of the biggest things is that I encourage all of our individuals that follow is to maybe they don't have the flexibility or maybe they don't have certain things. That's okay. Just find out what works best for you and have a routine that allows you to, what I like to call, wind down, and that allows you to, something that you enjoy doing, to start resting the mind. It's so funny, Kendra. I don't think there's no way she eats a lot of this food if she's the one cooking. So because I'm cooking for her, she's learned to like it. You're gonna eat that food. This is another hack too for the evening routine. Typically, so it's just me and Kendra, and obviously we have 2 dogs, we don't have kids. But what I always try to do is, because I like fresh food and I'm forward thinking, backwards planning, so in that evening routine, we'll typically have leftovers, and so I'll go ahead and make Kendra's lunch for tomorrow. So I don't have to make her lunch in the morning. I already have it ready for her tomorrow. So it'll be her lunch and my lunch, if we have enough left over. And it looks like we might. Did you say you're eating? Okay. Sorry, I don't want to be rude. Okay. Oh boy, look at this. Ow! She always eats my hand. It's hot, Bubba. You are ruthless. Okay. That's all y'all get. That's it. Alright, Ginger likes this, typically a sauce on there. Got this Primal Kitchen special sauce. What you know about that? A little juice in there. Okay. Ooh, look at that. You're gonna want one of these, Isabel.
Get a ball. Hello, sissy. Hello.
So Kendra, I don't know, she just started doing this. She started coming home and kissing me first.
Because they said that you have to pay attention to your spouse before your kids.
Which I love because she would end up kissing me first before she kissed the dogs.
But now I gotta kiss a dog. Well, I know you miss me the most.
It would crack me up because you would always come in and I'd be like over there and then you would literally walk through them to come give me a kiss. I already gave them broccoli.
Well, you tricked me.
A Whole Foods meal. So we got drumsticks, 3 drumsticks. I think this is probably gonna be about 6 to 8 ounces. I always try to have 6 to 8 ounces of chicken, protein, and then we got a carb, which is 7 grains. It's got like wheat berries, quinoa, lentils, all kind of different good whole grains in there. And we've got about a handful of broccoli, and Kendra's got the same thing. We have to feed our princess.
Hey, Dixie, why are you in here? You're never in here.
Did you hear her?
What'd she say?
Don't be acting like you feed her every day.
Well, hold on. I'm about to challenge her. She knows better than that.
Really? Then why was Dixie in the bathroom with me?
Come here, Isabel. Come here. Sit down, sissy.
Why was she?
Okay, so let's get this on vlog. So let's be completely transparent. You know your husband feeds your daughter half during the week.
Not half.
What would you say? Out of the 7 days?
Maybe one night a week.
One night a week?
Yes.
So one night a week we're shooting the routine.
That's exactly why when I just went to the restroom, I was like, oh, it's Trip. I'm like, no, that is Dixie. Why is Dixie in here? She wanted to be fed.
This is all part of the evening routine.
And then she heard it, and so she came running. That's funny.
Trip's a leader. He'll usually eat last.
Did we really not get ranch? This is why I don't like Asian food when I'm at work.
What are you grateful for today?
That you cooked me dinner. But
Hey! That's what
I'm
we're
not
grateful for.
grateful that you submitted
So this
ACT.
is, so anybody watching, if you're watching this, anytime, because we're human beings, we tend to be negative sometimes. And then so I would challenge you, if your spouse is, if they're complaining or they're negative, say, hey, what are you grateful for? You're not supposed to be eating it, you're supposed to be praying.
Well, I am grateful, but just stating.
Your hands feel so good right now.
I just wipe my butt.
Nice and cold.
I'm just kidding.
Dear Lord, thank you so much for having Isabel over here and hanging out with us and watching us eat and video recording us. She's just super awesome. I don't care what Kendra says about her. Trip and Dixie, thank you so much for their help. Keep all of our family and friends in your prayers and keep John in our prayers as well. He's been not feeling good these last couple of weeks. We're just thinking about him, praying for him and his health and turning that around and to find answers. And just keep everybody around us healthy and just a strong immunity system.
Including my babies.
Keep just working through us and impacting and serving everybody around us. Thank you so much for this food. Thank you so much for allowing us to impact the people that follow us and want to be the hero in their own story. In Jesus' name, amen. Always try to eat 2 to 3 hours before bed.
Well,
And the reason I like to eat 2 to 3 hours before bed, why do I like to eat 2 to 3 hours before bed, babe?
because it digests.
Yes, it digests. Because anytime I eat 30 to 45 minutes to 60 minutes, what does it do to my sleep?
You say it jacks it up.
Jacks it up. I don't get my deep, I don't get my REM.
You say that, but then you still snore.
Yeah. Is that a good thing?
I'm just saying it sounds like you sleeping. I was like, yeah. I took 4 and she goes, oh my God, how many are you supposed to take? I was
See, I used to hate doing dishes. I used to hate cooking.
You still do not like it.
It doesn't matter.
Be authentic.
How you do one thing is how you do everything. And so I'm a big believer in it needs to get done. So you've got to do it. So you do things that are uncomfortable. You get comfortable getting uncomfortable, and you do it by creating discipline and doing it over and over and over again. Who likes washing dishes? Raise your hand. That's right. Nobody likes raising their hand and doing the dishes, but it has to get done. That creates discipline, because how you do one thing is how you do everything. So if you wash dishes when you don't want to do it, guess how that's going to show up in other areas of life? Isn't this supposed to be an evening routine?
Dinner. So I can like cross.
So, but he's asking about like starting over here, cooking and all these things, and I was giving him some advice. I said, down and break each of these down, and what you'll find is an emotional, compelling nature.
And what did they do? And I wrote their qualities down. And then I said, Dixie, come here. Come here, Trip, stop.
What I like to do for 30 to 45 minutes, typically either every night or every other night, I like to watch some kind of documentary or something along the lines of like a business, sometimes thriller, right? Change it up. But the goal of this, like I've been watching Thriller or Super Pumped, which is the build of Uber. And I've been watching that for the last few days. And for me, like I'll filter what I learned from them documenting the journey to apply it in my own life. Let's see. Check this out. I think it's on here. Super Pumped.
And on a whim, looking for a killer, I made him CEO. For about 3 minutes, until I realized this was a real company. Then I took the job. And now he does this and that, some important things, apparently.
What I've learned in leadership, in building something, I've learned what also just as important, what not to do and what not to be a leader. So obviously, this is probably a bad example, but Super Pumped, the Battle of Uber, and him, what's his name?
Guy on TV.
Yeah, Mike Kaplick. I think that's his name.
The guy that founded Uber?
Yeah, Mike Kaplick. Anyways, he was a horrible.
Wait, it's Travis Kalanick.
Oh yeah, not Mike. Travis Kalanick. So Travis Kalanick, I've learned him basically what to do and what not to do. And so obviously if you know his story in building Uber, he was just very highly driven, but also treated his people wrong. And so for any business owner, entrepreneur, high achiever, anybody that's got a team, man, you learn so much on what not to do and how not to treat your people, because if you know the story, I won't spoil it for anybody. It ends up not good in his favor. But anyways, yeah, 2 dogs.
I sit here and pet the dogs and I play a game usually on my phone, and I watch TV like a blind person. I just listen. And I snuggle with the babies.
And I find myself like watching this, and then I'm getting so fired up. Like I was so excited when I watched this. It ended yesterday. I was like, dude, I'm ready to hit the ground running. And I don't know if this is the best evening routine to do because it gets my heart pumping.
Yeah.
Watching The Night Agent.
What was the one I just watched today?
Yeah, this is my favorite thing to do at night.
Now I'll typically, for about 15 to 20 minutes, this really helps me. And I'll usually either do a book in the sauna for 15 or 20 minutes, but if I'm being completely transparent, when I'm in the sauna and I start sweating, sweat goes all over my book. And so now I just typically read on the couch while she chills out on her computer. She typically plays a game. You playing the game right now? Are you playing the game right now?
No, I'm not. I was actually filling out something for school.
Okay.
So typically I catch up on school stuff.
Yeah. And so I'll read for 15 or 20 minutes while my sauna is finishing. It should be about ready. It's about 5:15. And this book is called The Purpose Driven Life by Rick Warren. So I just started it. I just finished up an Enneagram book and jumped into this one. So I'm on actually day 2. One, thinking about my purpose of my readings of the purpose-driven life is thinking about my purpose.
Is that the book I told you to read?
Yes.
Okay.
Here's your recommendation, Barnes & Noble. Point to ponder. It's not about me. Right? Take your eyes off me. First, remember, everything's got started in Him and finds its purpose in Him. Colossians. Amen! Okay.
You learned that
Sauna
right?
time. So every night, I get my clothes ready. And that is everything from what I'm going to be wearing in the morning to go exercise in. So tomorrow I've already looked at the weather. And that's another thing too that I highly recommend is looking at the weather for tomorrow morning, especially if you're going to work outside. I go run every morning. And if it's going to be around 50s or 60s, then I'll typically wear shorts. But a lot of times what's happened in the past, if I don't look at the weather and it's going to be pouring outside or it's going to be freezing cold because I'm here in Texas, then I'll go out there and what happens is I'm either too cold, I don't have enough clothing, and so it's just another obstacle and it's another barrier that I like to remove the night before. So I'll check the weather. I always highly recommend doing that the night before. And then I've already checked it, so it's going to be around 55, 50 in the morning. So I have my clothes ready, and then I'll get my socks. Every morning, I'll come in here, and then I'll go through my morning routine, and this will all be set up. Now, why do I do this the night before? Here's why. Is because typically what I have found that it is all about conserving your energy. If I have to do what I just did right now in the morning time, there's a less likely chance that I have found that I'm going to go work out or that I'm going to go exercise because of the decision fatigue. If I don't know if I'm going to use my energy to figure out what I'm going to wear, what is the weather doing outside, if I've got to go through all these things when I wake up in the morning, I am using too much energy. And so what I have found is that because I have this habit in my evening routine, it allows me to wake up in the morning because I'm preparing the night before and come in and throw on my clothes, lace on my shoes, brush my teeth, and go through my morning routine. And I don't even have to think about it. So the decision fatigue is already eliminated because it's already in place, and that's a positive habit. So right before I typically lay down for bed, this is typically 15 to 20 minutes, I like to bring my phone in here, actually about 60 minutes. Do not disturb on my phone, no text messages, no notifications, and come in here and charge up my phone. And I go ahead and put it down. This is about 60 to 75 minutes before bed. And then I'll go ahead and remove my watch, plug it up so it's charged. And then the reason I want to have all these technologies in here is because I want it 5 to 10 feet away from my bed. Because if I do wake up in the middle of the night, what I have found in the past is I'll either check my phone or I'll check the time. And if I notice that it's 12 o'clock in the middle of the night, or if I've got a notification on my phone, what does that do to the brain? It automatically wakes me up, and the light, because of the circadian rhythm. So I remove that barrier, and I put it in here, and I try to eliminate all lights if I do get up in the middle of the night. You good boy, you want a treat? Okay, sit down. Sit. Shake. Oh, it's a good boy. Sit. Good boy. Sit. Shake. Lay down. Okay. Sit. Shake. Oh God, you're snapping. Okay, your turn, baby. Sit down. Sit. Okay, now it's sauna time, so I'm about to get into this bad boy for about 30 minutes, and No technology, no watches, just me, my thoughts, and my goal is to meditate, close my eyes, hydrate. I'll have about 40 ounces of water in there with me, and just chill out. So just sitting in here just allows me to relax, really reflect on my day, and just a lot of times I'll have a lot of thoughts, a lot of ideas, and as I'm removing these toxins and sweating everything out from the day, and so it's just really a good downtime to slow everything down. So that's, for me, that's really important. And then also too, I know there's studies, Andrew Huben talks about this, where doing the sauna typically 60 to 90 minutes before bed allows you to get your body ready for a better night of sleep. So I'm all about 1% improvement. So if I can do that, whether it's sauna, meditation, breath work, and some of the things that I do in the evening routine, then I'm gonna try it. And I would encourage you to do the same thing. Maybe it's not a sauna, maybe it's taking a 5-minute walk, or maybe it's doing one of the things with your phone, as far as putting it on Do Not Disturb and reading a book. Just trying something to start finding an evening routine that works best for you. This evening routine that I've taken you through so far has worked, has really changed my life in how I approach the next day, which allows me to optimize my sleep, which allows me to show up and be ready to tackle tomorrow. So just got out of the sauna.
I was just making sure you did have them on.
I feel like a brand new man. I feel relaxed, I feel chilled, and now I'm about to take a hot shower, and I'm about to optimize the bedroom. This is my favorite part of the night. Come on. So check this out. So for the longest time when me and Kendra first moved into this house, it took me forever to learn how to optimize your bedroom for a great night of sleep. I didn't understand this, so I hope you can take one thing away from this. So it's called blackout curtains. And so in the past, when we first moved into a home, we would have curtains, but the light would shine through. Our neighbor's backlight would shine through. And so we learned about blackout curtains or blinds, so there's no light that comes in, and it allows us to basically sleep in a cave. Now, you gotta turn the fan on, because you gotta have the fan. It almost acts like a white noise. It's not that loud, but we also have an additional fan too, because I like a little bit of that white noise. In case there's like dogs barking at night or something happening outside, it doesn't wake me up. All right, check this out. So during the day, we keep it at 72. Highly recommend keeping it at 68. That's the highest. Again, Dr. Andrew Huberman talks about anywhere from 65 to 68 degrees at night. You want it nice and cool, so your body can go into that deep sleep during the night, get that good quality sleep. I want to show you something. Check this out. So one of the things for the evening routine, for anybody that wants to level up, so check this thing out. It's called a chilly sleep. And so if you look under here, it's got an Uller system, and it's at 68 degrees. So when you lay on it, it automatically, because I'm going from the sauna, I let my body cool down naturally, and then I fall asleep on this at 7 o'clock. My body goes into a deep sleep the first 3 to 4 hours of the night, and it helps my body fall asleep a lot faster. Versus in the past, what happened was, I'm a big body guy, I'd get into the bed and I'd be super hot. I'd be sweating. So with the Uller system, it allows me to cool down, cool my body, my internal body, and fall asleep a lot faster. And it's heaven. And I got Kendra one as well. That is my evening routine. I'm fixing to take a hot shower, take my magnesium, which is about 15 to 30 minutes right before bed, and I take 300 milligrams of magnesium, hot shower, and I jump at bed at 7 o'clock. Thanks so much for joining the journey of the evening routine. I hope you have taken one thing that you can apply in your evening routine. Make sure you like and subscribe. Continue to follow along for the journey. If you've enjoyed this video and you have gotten value out of it, I would greatly appreciate it if you like and subscribe. Drop in the comments what you took away from the evening routine and if you've applied it in your life and what's worked and what hasn't worked. I'd love to also see any new topics that you would like to see for our future vlogs. Thanks for joining the journey. See you soon.